Hello, in today's Vikram on Prudent Finances video, we are looking at how you can fast and easy send money from the United States to Brazil. Now, as you can see, we are on the MoneyGram page, and what we've done is we provided the direct link to a very secure version of this particular page so that you can be assured of the complete security of the entire transaction through and through. Now here we are on the US version of this particular page of MoneyGram, and here we are about to send money. Now the first step over here would be to choose the first and last name of the receiver to whom we are sending money. So let's say we say Jose, and let's say De Silva. So we're sending money to Jose De Silva in Brazil. So here we've already chosen Brazil as the destination country to which we are sending money. If it wasn't over here, we would simply go and type in Brazil and it would appear. There you go. And with that done, we click here on start sending money. Mind you, there's no mandate that you need to have an MoneyGram account in advance. You can simply, without having a MoneyGram account as well in advance, you can still start sending money. So let's click here and be good to go. So we have the first name and last name of the receiver, we have the country in place, and let's look at the options. As far as receiving money is concerned, there's cash pickup and account deposit. First, let's look at cash pickup. The receiver has the following cash pickup options at any location in Brazilian reals. Additional information: the money is typically available for pickup in minutes, so it takes practically no time at all. You've clicked on send over there after having provided all the requisite details in the United States, and here in Brazil you have the receiver easily picking up the money in a matter of minutes. It can be picked up at any MoneyGram location in the receiver's country, state or province. So whether it's say Rio de Janeiro or Sao Paulo, Fortaleza or Brasilia or anywhere, just about any, Curitiba, it doesn't matter. The receiver will be able to receive money within a matter of minutes. Now, with that said, let's look at account deposit as well. Your receiver has the following account deposit options where all banks in Brazilian real. So it doesn't matter which bank. Let's look at the various banks. In Brazil, you've got the Central Bank of Brazil. You've got these major privately owned banks. You've got government owned banks like these. You've got these banks which have merged with other banks. There are these foreign-owned banks as well, such as Citibank or Banco Santander, and there are these merged or defunct banks. They don't matter. So whether it's any of these banks, you will easily be able to receive money there. So let's say we stick to the cash pickup option and we click on next. And over here is where we need to input the amount. It can either be the send or the receive amount, it does not matter. So let's say we have the receiver's amount in mind because we want to be sure of how much the receiver would receive in Brazilian real. So let's say okay, to start off send, we choose 250 as the amount to which the receiver is to receive in Brazilian real. So what we find is that it's 807.42. Let's get the total also in place, including the fees that would apply. So the estimated exchange rate which we arrive at is 3.2297 Brazilian real to a US dollar. Let's compare that with what we are finding online. It is coming to 3.38738. So the difference per se is marginal, and that's why again MoneyGram scores, because it doesn't take a very wild or highly differentiated exchange rate. It is fairly in line with what you see online, and in any case, what you see online is typically not what you get. The banks, if you were to do a direct wire transfer, say from your bank account to the receiver's bank account, you would not typically find the exchange rate as to be in line with what you see online. It would be much lower, and often it would not be revealed to you. So that's again a big advantage over here, that you clearly know that okay, this is the exchange rate that is being taken, which is why for this particular send amount, this is the receive amount which is being arrived at. So with that in place, let's look at the payment methods. There are two of these which are available to you. Bank account, which would be a US checking account only with the lowest cost fees of 10 US dollars only. If you were to opt for the other option, which is a credit or a debit card, the transfer fee would be double that for the bank account, which is 20 US dollars. Whereby in this particular instance, the total cost would be 270 US dollars, whereas in the bank account option, it would be 260 US dollars. So that's something. The cost alone should not be a factor. You should look at your own convenience as well. Sometimes credit card makes more sense because the amount as such, bank account, the money would be directly immediately gone from your bank account, whereas say in a credit card instance, it's not like the money is gone. It's just that that much of credit would no longer be available on your card. So keep that in mind, then you can accordingly pick and choose the option which is best suitable to you. And otherwise there are no other estimated fees or other estimated taxes, so everything is very crystal clear that okay, this is the amount which the receiver in Brazil would receive as per the amount that you send. So with that in place, we click on next again, and here we are. We Either you already have a MoneyGram account. If so, then you simply enter your email address, password to log in. If you don't, no account, no problem, you can continue as a guest. So let's do that. And here is where you'll be putting in the actual relevant information. Say when it comes to your US checking bank accounts, you'll have to put in your routing number, which is typically 9 digits, and your checking account number, which is anywhere between 4 to 17 digits. So you'll be inputting that information and your own home and billing address. And for identification purposes, you'll be entering your driving license number. This is mandatory for your own protection, so that your bank account can be verified and fraud can be prevented. Rest assured, MoneyGram never shares this particular driving license information, the number, or any such details. They are not shared. So that's pretty much it, and that's where we'll end, because here you'll actually have to enter the factual information of these particular details. But overall, you would have got a very good idea that when it comes to sending money from the United States to Brazil, MoneyGram is one of the best options out there. It's simple, it's fast, it's extremely convenient, and the presence across the United States as well as across Brazil is huge, to the extent that if we go back to the home page and we can take a look over there, what we find is that its presence is huge across the United States, which means it's very easy to send money from the United States to Brazil. So let's come back over here. And why should you use MoneyGram in particular? What we find is the transactions are very secure, using state-of-the-art proven technologies that protect you as well as your financial information. Low fees, great exchange rates. This is something which you saw upfront, that in both instances the fees were as little as 10 and 20 US dollars. The exchange rate also, what we saw is that if we compare with even what we see on say O&A, the exchange rates were quite good, and whether it's online or at a location, it's very convenient. So that's something which is definitely established. And in the US, if you're looking at a particular location to send from, there are so many of these. Imagine there are as many as 40,000 trusted locations in the US. So if you were to physically send the money as well, you would find that there are so many of those, to the extent that you can easily pick and choose a location which is near you. And when it comes to transferring money to bank accounts, again, that's something which we did see in this particular instance. In fact, Brazil is the first country which is showcased right here, that you can easily send money to bank accounts as well as to mobile accounts. So that is also something which is easily possible with MoneyGram. So in conclusion, if you're looking to send money from the US to Brazil easily, conveniently, securely, and as simply as possible, look no further than MoneyGram. The direct secure link to doing so is there in the description of this video. You can simply click on that and go through with the transfer with absolute ease. Thanks so much for watching.